to my new video about Advanced Squad Leader. Today we are going to play Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit scenario released from the East. And this is quite interesting scenario because it introduces yet another rule that comes from the original Advanced Squad Leader, yet here it is used as a special scenario rule. A scenario shows situation at 11 December 1941 at Istra, near Moscow. It was one of the decisive points of the World War II, where German army was very close to the Moscow, and then Stalin, aware that Japan is not going to attack him from behind, was able to move his Siberian units onto the front and perform a counterattack near Moscow and drive Germans off their capital of the USSR. A major part of this counterattack was taken by these elite units led by General Rokossovsky. And in this scenario we are going to see such a clash. This is a very interesting clash because on the both sides we have an elite units of the both sides. On the German side we have elements of the 2nd SS Division Das Reich, and on the Soviet side we have elements of the 9th Guards Infantry Division. And I said before about special rules, and in this scenario Soviets have a winter camouflage, and it is a rule taken directly from the Advanced Squad Leader, but in this scenario it says, due to winter camouflage, Russian infantry may assault move in open ground hexes without first fire movement in the open ground penalty applying. So this is pretty good. Also, Soviet units contain their best units possible in this game, these 4-5-8 squads. Of course, there are also 6 to 8 squads, but you can see these 6 to 8 squads have their firepower range of 2, while these squads, even with smaller firepower, have 5 hexes range, so they are quite impressive. While on the German side we also have their best squads, with 4, 6, 8 factors. So we can clearly tell that we have elite units of both sides, so this is going to be a fierce and, I hope, interesting clash. Also, Soviet player has an ability to move some of his units, 3 squad, 1 special weapon and 1 commander, into the reserve. Such reserve enters the game in the third third turn, but it is allowed to enter not only from the north, but from the east and but from the east as well. So it is able to outflank enemies. So that's from the beginning. Let's go to the setup. Okay, here you can see the setup for the game. So, first, victory conditions. Soviets win the game if they control at last 2 of the 3 of these buildings. Here, here or here. German player sets up his forces first, so he don't know which of these buildings will be the targets for the Soviet attack, so he have to cover all of them. And I just like I did here. So we have some first line of these German forces that are about to take on the first line of the Soviet attacks right on them. I left some of my units behind, so I will be able to move them wherever I will need, and I put at last 1 squad to each of these buildings, so it will make Soviets harder to take them by surprise. And as for Soviets, all of them are entering the game in the turn 1, save to the units I left for the strategic reserve. So, first, a goal for this group is to use all these buildings as a cover and move swiftly here to capture this building. As for these guys, they are going to use a good old Soviet strategy of attacking en masse and trying to capture this building, swarming these Germans here. If this will work, it will be cool. Also, I left my strategic reserve. These 3 Soviet squads, along with light machine gun and commander, are going to enter from the east. If I will face any problems here, I still might use them to try to capture this building. Three strong squads, machine gun and commander. I hope it would be enough to capture this building. So, these are plans. As you probably know, plans rarely work how you want them to. Okay, so now for the special scenario rules. First, this is something I told you before. So, due to winter camouflage, Russian infantry may assault move in open ground hexes without the FFMO penalty. So they don't have they can move in assault move with 0 penalty. That's good. The Russian player may keep up to 5 MMC, 1 SMC and 2 special weapons in the tactical reserve. That's what I told you before. I decided to use 3 squads. And finally, increase the broken side morale of German multi-man counter by 1. And this is something I have to remember about. So every time German unit breaks, it has no 8 but 9. It makes them, wow, pretty good. And these are plans. We will see how it will work. So, let's go and start playing. We are starting with turn 1, and the Soviets are player A, player first, or I would say, and the Germans are second player. Like always, I'm using this very handy summary of Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit rules. You can find it at the Board Game Geek, and I always recommend it because it's very handy and useful during the play. Everything you need for each phase is described in detail, so it's easy to use and easy to remember a lot of things. So we are starting with ready phase, and we don't have much to do because we are Soviets, and Soviets have no stuff to do. Next we have prep fire phase. Again, nothing because Soviets are starting off board, so they cannot fire. So we are moving right to the movement phase. Alright, so let's go and move our Soviets. Now, first, my plan is to go somewhere here to reach this building from behind. So, I have a stack here that contains 2 squads, light machine gun and commander. Commander comes in handy because he allows me to move faster. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to use double time to get 2 more movement points. So it was 6, 7 and 8. Now I am here. That was quite a quick move. Alright, now these guys. I will start with this squad. They go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they will enter from this hex as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these Germans cannot see me because this building blocks their line of sight. And now these guys, they are entering this hex, and now these Germans can see them. They have a range of 6, so it's 5. There is 4 hexes, so they can see them and they can fire on them. The question is if they want to do it or if they want to wait, because there is a lot of Soviets coming from this part as well. But even so, I think I will try to fire on them because there is only 1 squad here. So if all these Soviets are approaching this building, this can be problematic, so it's better to try to stop them. Alright, so let's go and try some shooting. I have firepower of 4 and I have -1 because these Soviets are moving normally. So I have first fire non-assault movement, and I have +1 because there is a wood. So it's 0. So let's make a roll. Oh, pretty good roll. 4 in 4. This means we get 4 in 4. It is 1 MC, 1 morale check. So we have to make a test for Soviets. 9. They failed. Great. Well, great for Germans, of course. They are broken. Marked with desperation morale. And our Germans are marked as first fire. Also, we have to place residual fire with the value of 2 here. Alright, that's all for this part. Now they are going to have much more problems. I will start with these guys, and they are moving here with assault movement. Of course, these Germans are going to fire on them. They have 9, -1 because of the commander. And now, because I'm moving with assault movement, I have winter camouflage, so I don't have first fire movement in the open ground penalty. So they are firing with me, at me, with the firepower of 9, so it gives me 8, and -1 because of their commander. So it's 8 -1. Oh! So it is doubles, so we can ignore it because we have commander. So still we have 10 -1 because of the commander, it's 9. 9 in 8 is pin test check. So let's go and see if Soviets were pinned. No, they weren't. It's 4, so they are fine. Germans gets first fire, and here we get residual fire with the power of 4. Now these Germans can fire on them as well, but they decide not to. Next, these Soviets are entering this hex, yes, again with assault movement. So Germans are firing on them, and because they are firing on the adjacent hex, they have firepower of 4 doubled, so they have 8. And again, this is this winter camouflage comes in handy here, so we have 8 without any modifiers, so we just roll. Oh my, that was very effective. 3 and 3 and 8 is K and 2. So Soviets are decimated. I have to check for their half squad counter. Well, I always have this problem to find a proper... oh, here it is. To find a proper half squad counter wherever I need. And now they have to pass a morale check with +2 modifier. This will go... this might be troublesome. No, they failed. So it's 8 + 2 is 10. So they are broken. Germans gets first fire, and we get residual fire of 4 here. Alright, more Soviets coming. These guys go here, they get residual fire as well, and these Germans are firing on them. They have firepower of 2 because they are making their subsequent fire, defensive fire, so they have 2, and +1 because of the woods, since Soviets are making assault movement as well. So we have 2 + 1, no good, 8, and we have to make a column shift because this is a double, so it was 2, so it's 1, and 8 + 1 is 9, it is a failure, so 9 it is. Final fire, and now we get residual fire of 1. Now this squad goes here, no one fires on them, and now they go here. It is 2 and 4, and now these Germans are firing on them again. They are firing again, so they have 2. And they are firing on the adjacent hex, so they have 4. And now, these Soviets are moving with non-assault movement, so it is -1. And they are in the woods, so it is +1, so it is 4, fire points with no modifier. It is 6. 6 in 4 is normal morale check. Alright, so let's go. 4. Soviets passed perfectly. So, final fire. And where do I have? Yes, it is here. Now they are finishing their movement. This squad, along with commander, moves here. They already fired with final fire, so they cannot fire here, so that's all. Now this squad moves here, it's 2, and then goes here. It is non-assault movement, and the Germans might try to fire on them again, but remember, with the final protective fire, the roll for your fire is also a morale check for the firing unit. So it's always a very hazardous action. Should we do it? Let's go! Alright. Germans have 2. They have 4. Halved because of the final fire and doubled because of the adjacent hex, so again it's 4. It is -1 because of the non-assault movement and -1 because it is open ground. So it is 4 with -2. Now this can be tricky. It's 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 in 4 is 1 MC. So let's go and make this check. Also we have 6, so Germans passed. And now Soviets 7. They passed as well. Fantastic. Well, they are guards after all. Now I need residual fire. Where is one? Oh, here it is. And I have still one Soviet squad. It goes here. And now they go here. They have to withstand this residual fire of 2. So let's go, and this is 2. -2 because -1 of open ground and -1 of assault movement, so it's 2 minus 2. 6 in 2. It is pin test check. So let's check for Soviets. 8. No, they are pinned. Oh no, sorry. They would be pinned if it would be any other kind of morale check, but when it's a pin test check, they are fine. So they withstand this residual fire, and now these Germans might fire on them as well, if they want to. I think they will. So it's 4 minus 2, just like before, and we have to remember that this roll is also morale check for Germans. Oh my! It is 10. So, Soviets are fine, but Germans are not. This final protective fire is a very hazardous thing, some kind of Russian roulette, you might say. And that's all. Oh yes, that's all. No more Russians unit moving, so we can remove all residual fire markers now. And let's go to the defensive fire phase. So, what Soviets can do? Sorry, Germans can do. They have final fire, so they cannot. They can only fire on the adjacent hexes. No Soviets around. Now them. I wonder if they can see them. I'm not sure actually, so I would like to check. I think yes. I think there is a line of sight. So it is 6 minus 2 and plus 1 because it is a wood. So we have 6 minus 1. It is 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 in the column of 6 is 1 MC. So it is morale check plus 1 for Soviets. Oh, that was close, but even so, they failed. Alright, so we can place final fire here as well, and I think that's all. Yes, that's all. No more defensive fire for Germans, so we can remove all the first fire and final fire markers from the board, and we are moving to the advancing fire phase. Okay, it's time for Soviets. Now here, I will go on and make a defensive fire with these units forming their fire squad. So they have 4 and 4. Each of them has its firepower halved because of the advancing fire, and doubled because firing on the adjacent hex. So they have total of 8, and plus 3 because of the stone building. So it's 8 plus 3. Failure. And now, am I able to do anything? Yes, I am. Now these guys are going to fire on them as well. They have 2, plus 3 because of the stone building, and minus 1 because of the commander. So they have 2 plus 2. Not an easy shot as well. But wow, that was pretty good roll. It is 4 plus 2, it is 6. 6 in the column of 2 is pin test check. No, nothing, because they are already broken. And now they are able to fire on them. They have only 4, and it is halved, so it is 2. It is 2 plus 3. A very small chance to achieve anything. Well, it is 8. It is a miss. So that's all for... no, that's not all. You know, in the full advanced squad leader, such shots are very risky, because there is always a risk that you might awake enemy sniper. But in the starter kit, you might fire as much as you like. Nothing stops you from firing more and more. So I am going to do one more fire here against them. So I have 2 with plus 3. It is 6. So it is pin test check. Oh, good. Let's go for the commander. He passed. Now for his squad. It is 6, so they passed. Okay, that's all for prep fire. Sorry, for the defensive fire, advancing fire. Now we are going into the road phase. So, attacking player moves first. So I'm going with these 2 broken squads here onto this hex, because there is a commander, so he might come in handy. I'm not going to retreat with this unit, so I don't have to. And now these Germans. They are moving here and here, because there is a commander, so he might help with rallying this unit. And that's all when it comes to the road phase. And now we are moving into the advance phase. So let's go here, 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 and there. Okay, that's all when it comes to the advance phase, and now we have close combat phase. No close combat. So that's all for the Soviet phase, Soviet turn, and now we have German turn. We are starting with rally phase, and we have a lot of stuff to do. Oh, maybe not a lot, but some. First, I am going to use this commander to rally this German squad. And I have to remember that according to the special scenario rules, Germans have their morale on the broken side increased by 1. So they have not 8, but 9. So, okay, we have -2 because of the commander, -1 because they are in the building, so we have -3, and we have +4 because of the DM counter. So we have -3 and +4, so we have +1 for our roll. It is 5, +1 is 6. They are 6 is smaller than 9, so they are fine. Good. Okay, and now here we have 2 broken squads here, each with Desperation Morales. So sorry, we have 1 half squad. So let's start with this half squad. We have -1 because of the commander, -1 because of the wood, and +2, +4 because of the Desperation Morales, so we have +2. 4 + 2 is 6. They passed. They are rallied. Good. And now their comrades, they have 8. And again they have -2 and +4, so they have -2. Sorry, they have +2. 3. Great. Oh, looks like both sides have good luck with running their units. Now I can remove this Desperation Morale counter from this unit as well, and that's all when it comes to the rally phase. Next we have prep fire phase, so Germans can prep fire against the enemy. So I will start here with firing on these Soviets because they have machine guns, so they are more dangerous. I have 4 +1 because of the woods. 10, that's a total miss. Next. Now they can't see anyone, but they can. They have 3, 7, and 11. So it is 8, 8 + 3 and -2. So we have 8 + 1. It is 7 + 1 is 8. 8 in 8 is normal morale check. So both of these Soviet squads have to perform normal morale check. First the one with demolition charges, they passed, and now the other 6, they passed. Great. Well, they are guards after all. Now these Germans might fire on these Soviets. Well, this can be hard. We have 4 and we have +1 because of this orchard, and +3 because of the building. So it is +4. It is extremely hard to make a successful shot. Now I'm even thinking if it makes sense for me to fire, if I should rather move this unit somewhere when I will have a chance, and I think I will do so. Okay, so I'm not firing because this shot is probably impossible to hit, or very probably impossible. So I think that's all when it comes to the prep fire phase. Yes, that's all. So next we have a movement phase, and let's move our Germans. So I will go on with them, and 1, 2, 3. Now, if these Soviets can see me or not. Let's check it out. Yes, I think they can. So let them fire. They have 4. Machine gun has fire range of 10, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 4, and now they have 5, so their strength is halved, so they have 2. So I'm firing on these Germans with firepower of 6, +3 because of the stone building, and -1 because of the non-assault movement. So it's 6 + 2. It is doubles, so we have to shift 1 column down from one column left from 6 to 4, and now we have 8. It is a miss. Ugh. It is a miss, so it's here and here. Okay, any other Germans are about to move? I think yes. They are here, they don't have much to do here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And should I use double time? I think yes. I'm going to use double time during my movement, so I get one movement point only, so they are moving here. Alright, so that's all when it comes to the German movement. And next we have, sorry, we should remove residual fire first. And next we have defensive fire phase. Now, Soviets have to fire somewhere. Alright, I'm going to use these two squads. They have 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 10. It is a miss. Next I will use these guys to fire on these guys. So I have 4 again plus 3. Oh, a total failure. Oh, not this counter, sorry. I think that's all. Yes, that's all. No more defensive fire for Soviets. So next we have advancing fire phase. Do Germans have? Now I'm thinking about them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I can fire on them. I have firepower of 2 and plus 1 because of the woods. Like I predicted, nothing. And that's all for Germans. Okay, that's all for the advancing fire phase. Next we have road phase. No road phase, no one is broken. Next we have advance phase. These guys are moving here. Now, I'm thinking of moving them, but moving them here would be very problematic because these Soviets can fire straight down the road. In the full advanced squad leader there is an option to dash. During the movement phase you can spend all your movement points to move from the one building to the other building through the road, and then enemy has their firepower halved, but not in the starter kit. So that's all. I'm not making any more advance. And close combat, no close combat. So this concludes turn 1. We are moving into turn 2. We are starting with Soviet actions and rally phase. We have only one unit broken on the board, this squad, so I will try to rally them. I have 8, plus 1, minus 1 because of the woods, and plus 1 because it is self-rally. 5, they made it. Great. Okay, so next we have prep fire. And do the Soviets want to do any prep fire? I think yes. I will try to make a fire team of these two squads. They have 4, 4 and 4. So I have 12 and I fire on these guys. So I have 12 and plus 3 because of the stone building. It is 8 plus 3, it's 11. 11 in 12, sadly a miss. Okay, any other? No. You may ask about these guys here. I've been thinking of firing on these Germans, but it wouldn't give me nothing. They are in the stone building, so it's very hard. They have only 8 firepower here. I think it makes more sense to try to move here and to involve them in the close combat, maybe even move more units here around. But I think that firing on them now would be a failure. Okay, so that's all for Soviet prep fire phase, and now we are moving into Soviet movement phase. I will start with these dudes here. They cannot use double time twice, so they can now move normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these Germans can see them now, and they can fire on them. So they have 6, 6 plus 3 because of the stone building, and -1 because of the non-assault movement. So we have 6 plus 2. Maybe I should place it here. Let's go. 5. Pretty good roll. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 in 6 is normal morale check. Okay, let's go. Starting with the Soviet commander. He made it. Now his squad with light machine gun. Oh, they failed. It is 10 and -1 because of the commander. That was close, but still they are broken. And now their comrades. Eight, -1 because of the commander. It's 7, they made it. We have first fire and 2. Okay, that's for them. And now my other Soviets. These dudes are going here. It is 1, and they are moving here, so it's 3. So can these Germans fire on them, or should they wait? No, they should fire. So I have 6, again +2. Nah, that's a miss. Oh, it wasn't 6, it was 2 plus 3, so it's 4. It's 4 plus 3. Oh, nah, totally failure. And now these Soviets are moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, if the Germans want to fire on them, no. Because now they would have to use final protective fire, which forces Germans to use the roll for their own morale check. So that's not a very clever idea. Now these Soviets, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all for this part of the board. And now here. Here the situation is more interesting. First I will go with these guys here with assault movement. So, Germans decide to fire on them, but not with their full strength, but only with this single squad. It has 4, so it has 8 because of the firing on the adjacent hex. It has -2 because of the commander, +3 because of the stone building. So it is 8 with +1. Miss. These guys are making assault movement on this hex. So the other German squad fires on them again, as well. It has 4 plus 3, so it's 7. It is doubled, so we have 14, plus 3 and -2. So we have 12 and +1. It is 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 in the 12 is normal morale check. So let's go for Soviets. Ooh! They failed, so they go and broke out in panic. And these Germans also have first fire now. Now, these guys moving here would be a bad idea. So I go 2 and go here. So now these Germans might fire on me as well. They are going to fire together. So they have the strength halved and doubled. So they use their normal strength. It is 4, 4, so it is 8 and -2. They are even not using their light machine gun because it would give me no more strength, and there is always the danger of breaking. So I have firepower of 8 and +3 because of the building, -1 because of the non-assault movement, and -2 because of the commander. So it is 8 and 0 modifiers. Good roll. 5 in 8 is 1 MC. So we have to make a good roll for Soviets. 7 + 1 is 8. So they are pinned because the number is equal to their morale. Here I have a pinned counter. And here we get final fire. Alright. Now these guys, I am moving with my commander. 1. Can these Germans can see them? I forgot about it. Yes, they can. So that was my mistake. I shouldn't move like this. It is 5, 4, so it is 9, -1, -2 and -3. So we have 8 -3. Oh dear. 8 -3 is 5. 5 in the column of 8 is 2 MC. My. First for the commander. He failed. So he goes broken. And now his guys. It is 6 + 2, it is 8. So they are pinned. Where do I have? Yes, here it is. So these guys are pinned. Commander is broken. And they are... Oh, I forgot about placing... Oh, sorry. I forgot about residual fire. And it is pretty important because here these guys would have to withstand residual fire as well. Sorry, I'm not going to make it because I would probably mess something, but that's something I tend to forget about quite often. So I know. Sorry again. Okay, so that's all when it comes to the Soviet movement phase. I believe yes. Of course, I have this half squad here, but I don't have any good use for it. Oh, I have. They are moving here. It is 2, so these Germans can fire on them. It is 4, +1 because of the woods and -1 because of the non-assault movement, so it is 4 with 0 modifiers. Oh, great. 3 in the firepower of 4, it is 1 MC. It was 8 and +1, it is 9, so they are broken. Too bad, too bad. I hoped to move them here into this building and now somewhere here, but well, looks like my great plan failed. Okay, 4, and there should be residual fire. And that's all when it comes to the German Soviet movement phase. So let's remove residual fire markers and let's remember about these residual markers. So next we have German defensive fire phase. And now these Germans already fired, they are already fired, they are fired as well, they too. So that's all, not much left. So let's remove defensive fire markers. And next we have advancing fire phase. Okay, they are pinned, they are broken, they are fine, and they are pinned. So they have 4, and it is halved because of the firing in the advancing fire phase, and it is doubled because firing on the adjacent building. So I have 4, and now these dudes have 4. It is halved because of the firing in the advancing fire, and it is halved again because firing in the while pinned. So it was 4, it was halved to 2, and 2 was halved into 1, and now this 1 is doubled because firing on the adjacent building, adjacent hex, so it is 2. So I have total firepower of 6 with +3 because of the stone building. Not an easy shot. Oh, I hope it will be another one, but it is 7, so it is a miss. Next thing is here, I have 4 and 4, it is halved, so I have 2 and 2, and I'm firing on them. I have 4 with +3, nothing, 8, 8 in 4, yes, it is nothing. I know that some expansion comes with very handy advancing fire markers, but I don't have any. And finally them. They are trying to fire on these Germans. I have 4, they are broken, so I have 2, +3 and -1. So I have 2 with +2. Ho 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 ho! It's good that they didn't use any special weapons, because they would surely broke. Alright, that's all for the advancing fire. Let's go out with these prep fire markers. And next we have road phase. Okay, so attacker always roads first. So this guy, first, this commander roads here. This unit is this half squad goes here as well. And now these dudes. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Oh, this is quite a big stack we have here. And that's all. Yes, no more broken units. And next we have advance phase. And in the advance phase, what I'm going to do? The problem is that I have a peanut unit here, and the peanut units cannot move in the advance phase. I would gladly attack here with these 2 squads, but attacking with the single squad here would be a suicide. Yes, that's a good word. So instead, I will advance here, to not make a stack here, because making such a stack would be making a perfect target for these Germans to shot. So okay, that's all. And now here I am making 1 assault movement here, 1 assault movement here, and these guys are moving alone here. I will leave commander to rally this broken squad. Is that all? Yes, that's all. So we are finishing Soviet actions in the turn 2, and we are moving into the German actions of the turn 2. Oh, sorry, I should first remove these markers because we don't have any close combat, of course. So okay, we are starting with rally phase, and now Germans doesn't have to rally, I believe. They are all fine. Yes, they are. But Soviets are not. First, this squad. We have +4 because of the desperation morale. We have -1 because of the commander and -1 because of the building, so we have +2. No, they didn't make it. They remain broken. Now here, first commander himself wants to rally himself. He has 9 and -1 because of the woods. He made it, I believe, yes. It is 6, -1 is 5, and +4 is 9. Yes, he is fine. So now he can try to rally these 2 broken units here. First, these dudes. They have 7. Oh my, that's why I hate stacks. So let's try with this half squad first. Nothing, and then squad. Oh, I think he made it. It's 4 plus 4 because of the desperation morale, so it's 8, -1 because of the commander, and -1 because of the woods. So they are rallied. Great. So let's place this broken half squad on the below, and they are fine. Okay, that's all when it comes to the rally phase. And next we have German prep fire phase. And what the Germans are going to do now? First, them. The question is not if to fire, but on whom. In the full advanced squad leader, some units have the cool option of spraying fire that allows them to divide their firepower on more than 1 hexes. But not in the starter kit, so they can choose only 1 target. So they have 7, it will be 14 because of the firing on the adjacent hex, and I will fire on them. So I have 14, so it is 12. Let's go. Oh my! Disaster. 12, so our light machine gun is broken, and we achieved nothing. Führer wouldn't be proud of his guys. Now, here. I am going to divide my firepower. First I'm going to use this squad to fire on these guys. I have 8 plus 3 and -2 because of the commander. So I have 8 minus 2 and plus 3, so 8 plus 1. 9 plus 1, it is pin test check. Well, Soviets are fine. And now the other squad with light machine gun is firing on them, because they are already in this building. So I have 7, so it is 14, so it is 12. 12 plus 3 is 10. 10 in the 12. Pin test check again. 7. Soviets are fine. That was very unlucky firing. These guys, they are firing on this heavy machine gun. They have 4 plus 1. 6. 6 in 4 is normal morale check. So let's go. 6. Soviets passed. Not a lucky firing for Germans. Okay, that's all. Next we have German movement phase, and where Germans are going to move. I will start with these guys and move here. That's all. No more for them. Now these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think where I was here, these Soviets could see me. Let's check. Yes, they can fire on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is their strength, their firepower is halved, so they have 2 and -2. Let's go. It is 8, so we have column shift. We had 2, so it is 1, and we had -2, so it is 6, so it is a miss. So the Soviets missed. We place 1, and these Germans are moving here. Alright. And do I have any other German units to move? I'm actually thinking of moving these guys. But the question is not if, but where. Should I move them here, or should I move them here? There are orchards here, so they will protect me during the movement if these guys would fire on me, and I bet they will. And moving here is making them to fire at me, and it would be -2, so this is not a good idea. Okay, I will move like that. I will make normal movement, so I'm moving here. These Soviets are firing on me through the orchard, so they have 4 plus 1 and -2. So I have 4 and -1. A miss, epic miss. It is 1, and it was 1. Now 2, 3, 4. These Soviets are firing on me again. Now they have 2 and +1, -2. Another miss. And 4, 6. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was good. I will let them stay here because I expect a Soviet attack of the strategic reserve coming from somewhere here. So let them protect this building. So that's all when it comes to the German movement phase. So let's remove these residual markers, and next we have Soviet defensive fire phase. So I will start here, 12 against +3. It is 6, so it is column shift to the 8, and +3 is 9, so it's pin test check for Germans. They passed. Now they are firing here. They have 8 +3. A miss. Definitely a miss. Now here they have 4, and they are firing on the adjacent hex, so they have 8. And now they have first fire, so they have firepower halved and doubled, so they have 4, so I have 8 plus 4, it is 12. 12 plus 3. Not a very lucky phase for Soviets. Is that all? I believe it is. Yes. Yes, that's all. So let's remove these first and final fire markers. Next we have advancing fire. Do I have any advancing fire chance? Going to check if I can fire here. Yes, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no! This is out of range. Can I fire out of range? Yes, but it will halve me even more, so I will fire with 4. It is halved for the first time because of the advancing fire, and then for the second time because of the out of range. So I have one firepower here. Not a very big chance. Not a bad roll. 5. It is just pin test check. Well, Soviets are pinned anyway. Any other? Now they might try. They have 4 plus 3 plus 4 and minus 1. Sorry, they have 2. They have 2 and plus 3 plus 4 and minus 1, so they have 2 with plus 3. Just like expected. Not a big chance to score any hit. And that's all. No more advancing fire for Germans. Okay, next we have a road phase. Anyone has to road? Nah, no one. Next we have advance phase. So Germans might make advance. And now what I'm going to do, I will move these guys here and I will keep this commander here. Why? Because he might come in handy if any of these units might be broken, especially if this commander would be broken. It is a small chance, but such risk exists, so I would like to keep my at least one of my commander ready. Okay, next these dudes are moving here, and these guys are moving here. I think I will try something nasty, and I will move here to try to make close combat. If I will be lucky, I might even be able to eliminate these Soviets. Okay, so let's go, and now oh, these guys. Now the question is if I want to move them out, because I will be in danger of them firing at me in the next turn. I will move here. So only this unit would be able to fire at me with its full strength. Or maybe even I would just move here. No, I will move here. Okay, so that's all for the advance phase. And next we have close combat phase. So we have to resolve a single close combat here. So first we have to roll for the ambush. Red die for Soviets, white die for Germans. Not an ambush. So now we have to resolve a close combat. Both sides have same strength, so we have 1 to 1. First roll for Germans, 5. It is 5, so enemy is halved. But first I have to make a roll for Soviets as well. Oh, so enemy is eliminated. And then Germans are eliminated, but also they managed to halve a Soviet squad into half squad. So I need to search for the Soviet half squad, like always. Okay, it is the problem to find the counter unit, and this German squad is eliminated. So it's not how Germans wanted to do it. Now we have to remove pin markers, and we are finishing turn 2.